Okay, so today we are going to look at databases and what databases is used for. They are used to what? To organize what? A set of what data or a set of information in a properly what? Arranged manner. So we are going to see how to set up a database server for an organization. You know, just like you are studying for AWS, you are studying for DevOps, you understand? There are also people who are studying database engineer. Their work is basically database engineer. You understand? So that is what your job as you are doing data analysis. How do you do that?
Yeah, basically, you know, Microsoft Excel. Then and now what about Salesforce, Veritas, SAP.
Okay.
Those are the software that we use.
Okay. Okay, we are going to do a more advanced database software today. So I think, but no, that one is just good. But all these database, MySQL, we have a lot of database. We have MySQL, we have which is my structured query language. We have AWS Aurora, we have Maria database, MariaDB, we have MongoDB. There are quite a large number of them that are widely in use. So, and all these things, they use structured query language. Unlike the one you are saying now, you use and you just click and type. But the structured query language use the command line.
Okay.
The structured query language. That is what database engineers use to organize their data. Use the structured query language. So we are not going to spin up instance today. So in spinning up a database engineer, suppose your company says, okay, can you please spin up a database server for us? This is what we are going to do. You come here, you search for RDS. This is the service. You understand that provides for database on Amazon, RDS, which is referred to as what? Relational database, RDS. So you click on it, RDS. Kilo study master I go
Food science.
Food science. Kilo come out food science. Yeah, to Jory and Lagos traffic.
No.
So what do? You click on after spinning this up.
RDS.
Just it brings you here.
Create database.
Create database. So you bring it to the interface to create a database. All these things are things you can even do yourself now. What I really want to base on this Route 53 and IP subnetting. Those are the two key topics that we are going to look into.
MySQL. Wow.
So this is it. You leave it as standard, easy create, anyone to reset all your configuration opinions, including ones for availability, security backups, and maintenance. Use recommended best practice configuration. Some configuration options can be changed after the database is created. So let's leave it as standard. So these are the different types of database.
Oracle,
MySQL, Aurora, PostgreSQL, MySQL. We have Oracle. We have Microsoft SQL Server. We have MariaDB, Postgres. Some of them are not here. We have Mongo, a wide range of them. We have Mongo. We have SendPack. There are so much. So for this, let's select my SQL. You know, my SQL is the most popularly used database. This is my SQL.
And I think Oracle.
Yes, these two are even Postgres. Yes, Postgres is popularly this three, my SQL, Oracle, and Postgres SQL. When we get to DevOps, there are some things that we'll be doing when we are doing our code quality test. You understand? We are going to be setting up Postgres SQL. You understand? Using the command line interface. Some of those things you are doing, you are going to use command line interface to execute them when we get to that. So we selected my SQL database. I'm going to change you.
interface tèmi gan yàtọ̀ ìgbà tí mò ń ṣí kí ni load balancer àti target group mi ó yàtọ̀ sí tiwọ̀ torí.
This thing is changing. In fact, you can. I said I spinned up a server tonight. On AWS, I was spinning up a Jenkins service. The following day, I couldn't use that command again.
Wow.
And it was even AWS, the Amazon that recommended that command in their command line. They suggested they use it to work. I used it the following day. Under 24 hours, the command is no longer is deprecated. And that is just it. Some of these things we'll be doing, you might come next week, they will tell you it's deprecated.
Wow.
And the server will be down. Maybe the server is no longer accepting that particular command. So what happens? You need to start troubleshooting, tracing what could be the issue. The one that is deprecated, you look for the new command and implement it. So that's why I say you don't need to run it. In fact, all what you will be doing, like I said, 80% of your time is troubleshooting. Because all these scripts, all these sudo, you only do them once. It's not every day you'll be writing. You might not even write script for a whole month of your work. That is not the reality. You might not write script for 2 months. And sometimes some of those scripts are already prepared by the organization. You're going to just what they've written. Sometimes, you understand? Some of those things you are even doing, you might not be doing them in a production environment. So in the production environment, you might just be doing click, 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 and just troubleshooting, clicking. But it's good you understand the basics in case you are being contacted as, let me say, is it a supervisor, or how will I call it? You understand? To set up a complete server for an organization. So you select MySQL, you go down edition, MySQL engine version. So you can see these are different versions. This is the latest version, 8.0.32. But when you are selecting a version of any tools, it is important that you select a version before in a production environment, please, because this one might still be undergoing a lot of bug testing, might not be as standard, you understand? But a version or 2 versions before might have all the completed things that you need. The bug might be clean, might have a very clean structure compared to the recent version. The recent version might still have a lot of upgrade being done on it, and etc., etc. So let's leave it at this here. For this, they are going to charge us. This is a free tire, please. You click on free tire, but in your production environment, you don't click this. You click on what? Production. You understand? So for this, you are going to click on free tier, environment, availability, and durability. Let me see. Multi-AZ now, please. So if you click on production, it's telling you that you want to put it in multi-availability zone, such that if your database goes down in one availability zone, it is easily recovered in another availability zone. Availability zone. So this is what this means: multi-AZ, availability zone, database cluster, etc., etc. Just that. But here we are using the free tier, so it's going to spin it up automatically in a single AZ. So what is it asking us again? It's asking us engine version, template, feature availability, settings, database identifier. What is our database name? Let's give it a RollyDB. You understand? Let's give it at RollyDB. What is the password? Let's use, in this class, please, we are going to be using admin123. That's our password also, admin123. For this one, we are going to use what? Admin123. Yes, so that's our password. Manage credentials in AWS Secret Manager. RDS can generate password for manage it too. It was this lifestyle. Let's leave that. If you want it to automatically generate password, you click this bet. It's better you create your own password that you can remember. Okay. This is our instance configuration. Okay, it's asking us, this is the, when you click here, some of those things will not be what highlighted. Let me click here and see. Okay, because we are using the free tier. But if you have clicked the production, you understand some of those instance types would have been what highlighted for us. But because we are using the free tier, that's why automatically it only brought this few, these 3. T4 micro, T3 micro, and T2 micro. So by default, that's selected T3 micro for us. But in production environment, you know this one will be very slow. So you select a more higher version.
Okay.
Or CPU. Yes. So bustable class includes M classes. Includes classes. Let's check the info. This one is just new. I've not seen it before. DB instance class includes M classes. Let's see what this is. We'll take stock to this again. Okay, don't worry. You can read about that on your own later, sure.
Okay.
Let's close that. I want to read what all these standard class, bustable classes, what they are for. Let's just pass it. Don't worry. That's selected T3 micro for okay, storage type. Okay, these are storage type. This is it. Baseline performance by volume. Performance scales independently from storage, flexibility in provision, input, output, depending on the kind of storage you want. If you want to store based on volume or input outputs, limited to magnetic, limited to number of input outputs per second. This is input output per second. So storage type, general purpose, SSD, GP2, okay, based on the volume. Let's leave it at this. These ones are just personal stuff, whatever you want them to do. Okay, storage, allocated storage. They allocated 200 for us, 200 gigabytes of storage. So this is it. Before it used to be 40.
Oh.
Enable storage auto-scaling. Enable storage auto-scaling. That means in case the server goes down, you know what auto-scaling does. What does auto-scaling does?
Spin up more servers now.
So, but this is this. You can just leave that one. You understand? But in case of auto-scaling, but in your production environment, you enable this. And you know, like auto-scaling is telling us, okay, please, no matter what you are scaling, don't exceed. You know, this thing is money now. Because at the end of the month, if you like, increase it. AWS will come with their bill now and give you. So please, you tell them no matter what, there is nothing. I'm sure nothing we will do that we are see the one. This is 1 terabyte now. You understand?
Yeah.
So please, there's nothing we'll do that would use up 1 terabyte. Please, you understand? Just once you get to this, I don't want you to exceed 1 terabyte. You understand? Because the more storage you allocate, the more money AWS is going to charge you. But for the sake of this practice, we don't want auto-scaling because we terminate almost immediately.
Okay.
So connectivity, do not connect to an ACT compute resources, IP4, network type, IP4, okay, connect, okay, let's leave it at this. This is IP4 version, okay, this is recommended IP4. This is the default VPC. We also create VPC in this class, probably in our next class, we should be doing VPC tomorrow, hopefully. So if you have your DPC created under this account, if you just click here, you see it, it will reflect here. You understand?
Okay.
So let's just go with the default VPC. Database subnet group, default. Public access, yes. We want the public to be able to see it, you understand? But for the production environment, you know, it has to be no, because you'll be giving the login details to the database engineer. So VPC security firewall, choose existing. We don't have an existing firewall here. So you create new VPC security name. Let's call it rolling, or let's call it database security group. Availability zone. Let's use West 2A. Because we want to specify where, because it's a single availability zone. If we are choosing multiple availability zones, then you would have seen a lot of options here. We would have given an option for 4, 2nd, 3rd, you understand, depending on your preference.
Okay.
So RDS Explosi, create an RDS Explosi. Let me see this. RDS Explosi is a fully managed, highly available database program that improves application scalability, resilience, and security. This one is optional. When they say Proxy, what is Proxy, Roland?
Something that can serve as another Like a backup.
Okay, thank you.
Backup.
Baniki Professor Olakwa certificate in GNS. But I can't bó ṣe pass GNS, DNS. Yeah, I'm about. Nígbà tó ní ìjọba VC.
Abu Nigeria, Abu VC. Everybody.
Yeah, we get. Okay, so this is it. Choose that default. And database authentication option. Password authentication. Okay, let me check this additional configuration. Database port. Okay, this is the port 306. You understand? This is the port that is connecting to on the server. You understand?
Okay.
So let's leave this. Okay. Authenticate using database passwords. Using we are going to leave it at this. The password we created. You understand? This means that admin 1, 2, 3. Use the password, but you can create a user. You understand? Under IAM, you enable what you give, like what we did under IAM. You can give full access to RDB, to database RDS full access. You understand? User, if you want to enable, if you enable this now, you understand? That means you have to create IAM user before the database engineer can log into this particular database. That is what it means. You understand?
Okay.
So this one is a third party, Kerberos, just like two-factor authentication. So Kerberos authentication is what? A third party what? Security. You understand? Okay. Use a directory in which to authorize user to authenticate with this DB instance using Kerberos authentication. So you can use anyone. You would have created a directory, you understand? That has this Kerberos authentication. It's like a third party authentication. So let's stick with this. If you choose this, this is what you would have done. Let me search for IAM. So you would have created a user called database. I'll give it any name, but preferably database user, so that you know what that user is for. Now, all we'll be doing on AWS now is simple. You just be clicking, following prompts. Okay. As far as you know what the service is used for, there are things you can just do on your own. So you click on our user. What is the name? Let's call it database user. So the next. What are the permissions? This is this here. You understand? So here you search for RDS. Okay, let me see. This is it here. Can you see it here? Amazon RDS full access. So you would have enabled this. Click on this, you understand? Okay. And create
full access. Okay.
The user login details, access key and secret key like we did for, and give it to the person, you understand? Okay. So the person will be able to access this server base, the RDS server. So the person can come into his console and he will create the RDS himself if he wants to. Whatever he wants to do under RDS in this console, the person will be able to do it because you have given the what? The full access. So we are closing this. We are not interested in that. So let's go further. Okay. Monitoring. Enhanced monitoring. You want to check for the logs. This is it. You can click for this granularity per second. Let me see. You want to check. This is when you have enabled what there's what we call CloudWatch. Those things you will read about them on your own. CloudWatch, CloudTrail, because it's a necessity. It's the most known. CloudWatch, CloudTrail. How to use those. Enable enhanced monitoring metrics are useful when you want to see how different processes or threads use the PC. Okay, this is how you want to see how they are being what use monitoring rule. These are just your normal stuff. You understand? You don't really need. These are just initial database name, parameter, MySQL, initial database name. What did you give it? Rolling DB, Abby?
DB, yeah.
Rolling DB. These are database options. MySQL is the version we selected, 8.0 point something, but default is still under what? 8.0. So that is it. Enable automated backup. If you want to back up, create a snapshot, which means it will create a snapshot for you, you understand? So that when the servers go down, it picks up the snapshot, the image. All these things we are creating, they are more like an image. So it creates that particular image to enable what? Auto-scaling. So pick up that same image you are using to run another database for us. So for the sake of practice, we don't need this backup. You close it. Enable encryption, choose to encrypt the given instance, master key ID, aliases, appears. We don't need all those things. Let me see. We don't need all this thing. Leave all this thing. We don't need them. But in production environment, you go and read about each of these things, you understand?
Okay.
AWS KMS. This is data encrypted at rest and data encrypted in motion. There are different things, like I told you the last time about AWS KMS and AWS is ES3 key or what, something like that. So this is for data encrypted at rest. Just you read about all these things when you are using them in production environment. But I'll send you a book that explains all this into details. You understand? So you disable that. We are just testing. So this log, depending on the log you want, this is CloudWatch. Like I told you before, this is it. Amazon CloudWatch. This is CloudWatch. It gives you the watch, what is happening to your server, you understand? So this is audit log, error log, anyone. If it's audit log, means money, the amount of money that your data is eating, you understand? General log, it comprises of everything, both the slow, the speed, the error, the cost of your data, everything. Whatever you want your logs to do for you. So, but we are not interested in that. So we leave that. Maintenance, enable auto minor version upgrade. Maintenance window, no prevent deletion protection. You protect your what? Your database deletion is very important. So that any person cannot come and just delete. She asks you, type delete me if you want to delete this particular database. So cost, estimated cost, this is it. The Amazon free tier is available for, we selected the free tier. So it's telling us we have free tier 750 hours for a month. You understand? But we have selected the production environment, whatever kind of instance we select, it should have shown us the costs in this particular place. So you launch your database instance.
Then monthly cost.
So we need to test this database we just created. We need to connect to it via my SQL app. Okay. So create an elastic cache from RDS using DB setting. Create RDS browsing. That's close. We don't need that. So it's still creating. Okay. Creating database is still creating our database. This is it here creating.
Okay.
So we need to wait. Okay. While it's creating, let's see how we can actually, there is a machine, just like we are using the mobile X10 to connect to our instance on AWS. On AWS, the most widely used machine that are used to connect to your SSH machine is mobile X10 and PuTTY. Mobile X10 and PuTTY. Those are the two widely used. We still have terminal. For those using Mac operating system, by default they use the terminal to connect to SSH. But for database, we use an sqlectron to connect to our instance. So that is the machine. So I think I downloaded it when I've not deleted that. And let me check. Okay, this is it here, but I have it here. So for own sake, let's download it. I will not download, I will just cancel. You come here, you search for my sqlectron. My sqlectron. Download. We'll go to their website. Let's see, they have a website. There you can actually download this from. think this should be it. Is it this one? http.js.org. Let's still go down. I know it's something sql.org. Okay, let's search for their website here. sqlectron. We just want to be sure of what we are downloading. This is the GitHub page. sqlectron download. Okay. It's still the same page is bringing out for us. Okay, that means we're on the right track. Let's click that J something something. Okay, let's check this out and see if I can download from there. SQLite compile JavaScript. Yeah, this is not what we want. Let's check this, their GitHub. Let's scroll back. Okay. sqlectron. Let's see. Okay. This is it here. Can you see it?
Okay.
So we click this win install, this one that has win install, which is for Windows installation.app. So 146 setup.exe. You make sure it is on exe. Don't download the one for zip. If it's bringing zip, just close it and I'm sure you download the one for exe.
Okay.
So if you put the one for zip, you need to go and unzip.
exe.
So it's not really a big workshop. You just click on it to tell you to extract.
Unzip it. Okay.
So, but let me cancel it. This is what you were. Okay, let's use this. Let's use this one I just downloaded now.
Okay.
Let's use this so that, because this one might be the upgraded version. This one, I think I downloaded this one last year, June. I downloaded this very one last year, June. I see myself, I've not used it. Okay. Our download is complete now, so go to download folder to open. Download. Okay, this is it here. My sqlectron setup. You click on it, that you run the SQL for you to open the application. So before you send the this is your smart screen can be reached right now. Check your internet connection, Microsoft Defenders. What is this one now? Installing, please wait, okay. Because you need to test what you spinned up, the database you spinned up to ensure if you can connect. Because the database engineer also need to connect to the what? To the instance. So our database, this is, let it come up first. Okay. This is our database machine. Oh, it's still bringing up the old one. The old one I did before.
Okay.
Okay, still using the old this thing. This is the one I created a long time ago. Sorry. So to do this, you just click on hard. You call it click on hard. What is our database name?
ReallyDB.
ReallyDB. Okay. Database type MySQL. So these are the type. This machine can connect to MySQL, Maria, Postgres, Redshift, Microsoft SQL. You understand? This is what the support for now. Set the database outside this, you will not be able to connect using sqlectron. So we select MySQL. Okay. What is your server address? Your server address is this. Let's go back to, let's close this. So our database running now. Okay, it shows available now. So you click on. You click on this to find your, what are we looking for? We are looking for the server address. So this is your server address. We test this. This is your endpoint. This is your endpoint. Your endpoint is your server address. So this is your endpoint. You copy it. Then you paste it here. Domain, leave all this. What is the port? Remember, we open port 3306. You understand? By default. But please, in your own, once in the production environment, you can change this port.
Okay.
While spinning up that database, you can change this port. You understand? So, who is the user? Admin. Username is there by default is admin, please. So, what is the password? Admin.
Admin 123.
123. You understand? Initial database, key space, database schema, label this URL, okay? Let's put that line. Oh. Okay. What else again? I think we are done. What you just need to do is to put the name of your database, select the type, put your endpoint address, your user and password. That will be all. So you save. You see? So we have what? Rolling database. So Rolling database, you click on connect. You understand? Okay. Set up the database on this SSH machine. So what you do is to just click when you click on connect. So can you see that now? Wow. So this is now the language where the database engineer will now be putting his language. All of them, you understand? That is not our concern. As you are learning AWS, there is somebody else somewhere that is also learning how to become a database engineer. So this now you are successfully was connected. All you need to do is to ensure that, okay, that these details you created can connect to the database. This is just a test, a confirmation. You understand? So it is their job to do all what they want to do. So they have their language, you understand? SQL, there is a language, SQL, there is their work, you understand? Okay. Whatever information they want to define. So it is not your work, you understand, to do it. But if you want to go and learn it, that is for you. How to arrange data with all this with SQL language. So they use SQL, just like how we have Python, Java, Node.js, all these languages. They also have SQL. It's a special language for database engineers. So all you need to do, you spin up, you confirm you've connected to the database. You can tell them, okay, give them whichever details they need for them to connect to your database. Do you have any question?
No question.
So this one is very easy now. Just straightforward. Click and you create. So that is all about database. So I'm going to stop the video now.
Okay.
You can add as many as possible. You can add more. You understand? Add
Okay.
more. You understand? Depending on. So as far as you click connect, the database connected, then you can say, okay, tell the database engineer, you can go ahead and connect to your database instance. That is all you need to do. So error, invoking remote method, database connect error, timed out. What did I do now? I can disconnect again. Database, DB, MySQL. This is the port. Admin 1 to 3, okay. Make this password visible in another way. Okay. So, but what we did now, this is just the summary of everything. I don't know why this is failing now. When
the user is admin.
Yeah, admin by default. You see
admin. Okay.
Admin is really bad. Save. And you connect. So this is all you need to do. There's nothing much there. So just go ahead and practice it. We're able to connect them. I don't know why. Error in remote method, database, error connect, time data. Why is it not? Come, let me delete settings. The one shot one fail. Okay, let me add really DB. Let me start. Then we connected. No. Kill one shot. This is it. Password admin, username, admin, password, and then 1, 2, 3. This is all now. You save and you connect. Very simple. Error in remote method, DB connection, timed out. Okay, let me check our. Let me check endpoint port 33. This is the port now, 3306. Let me check.
3306, no.
3306, okay, the port is correct. Okay. 3306. Publicly accessible, yes, subnet. Before, okay, security group. Okay, inbound, outbound. Okay. It's correct. Only DB instance process. Our setup is fine. Our setup is just you just go ahead and spin it up.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if you're able to connect from here. But everything we did is fine, very fine, and okay. Our setup.
Okay.
Let me just check in last year, June, last time. Let me see this. Last time I created this was in June. Let me remove this. Let's remove it. Let's remove them. Let me remove them and try to reconnect again. Yes. Okay, add name RDB. So let's type MySQL host user and password and then 1, 2, 3. DevOps is sweet. So that's the DevOps by the alcohol swear in the first day you will get so tired. Because you see a lot of things you'll be spinning up that will not be working. So it makes you get better. So I develop is sweet. Now I will get there. Hello. We're going to write scripts. Hello. Do a lot of things. Error invoking. What's happening? Error invoking remote method DB connect error. Check for the log error. Don't worry. This is GitHub where they saw their code. Docker file. Don't worry. When we get to this thing, we understand all this. All those packages. These are file. The website configuration. This is how they create version. All those things. So your maybe application version 2.2. You see all those things. License, Docker file. You understand what all this thing means. The Docker file. Actually your website image. Don't worry. When we get to develop, maybe in the next 2-3 months. You get used to all those things, all those GitHub, all those things. You know what they do. Okay, these are on your own and then try and see if you to connect. What's here?
Okay, I try.
I don't know, we connected now. That means we need to go and terminate and start. That is the problem with all this free tire something. But yeah, just can fail at any time because of the memory size. Just go ahead, connect from your side because we connected initially. I don't know why the connection is failing now. Okay, see now, let's connect again.
Wow.
Maybe it's network, you understand?
Okay.
Maybe it's network. So that is all. So we're able to connect again. So if you open this, that means you're able to connect if this page is up. So you send this to your database manager. So I want us, we are rounding up this month. I'm going to bombard. Let's do everything at once.
Okay.
It's okay. Let me see if you I can find email. Come me, exam me by June.
Okay.
Maybe by June, you might say, okay, you are ready to prepare for it. But let's do it's good we do everything once. So you know which certification to prepare for after that.
Okay. Okay.
But please, AWS, like I DevOps, you will get some money ready because those resources is money.
And by
next month, we'll start DevOps by next month. We'll finish everything AWS. All that is you up yourself. You understand?
Okay.
So by DevOps is the real ginger. That is when the work begins. The real work. That is when it starts. Most of these things you are going to be using automation. How do you see EC2 you are spinning? You are clicking EC2 instance. You come here, you'll be using Terraform to do automation. You understand? Using container, all those things backup. It's switch when you get there, but we'll be starting next month.
Okay.
So AWS, we have about 800 services or 1,000 or something service on AWS.
Yeah.
With where you are now, you can use any service on AWS. By just watching 5 minutes video, what they do, read about them, what they do, you can spin them up. That is all. You understand? With details, you'll be able to spin up to do anything on AWS. It's very simple. You understand? So it's not something that is difficult. So okay. Let me delete this, remove, because can you imagine that 1 minute I'm going to remove it since last year?
Wow.
I'm just saying that. So, it's a bug. I can't move this screen. I want to terminate and that is why you need to be deleting anything you do and then me will delete. I just saw notification I should pay $30-something. They just terminated the account after 1 month since I didn't pay. And when I was ready to pay, this Nigeria card now, they stopped accepting Nigeria card now. And then before I could get this cheaper, all those things, they already terminated the account. So I have to create another AWS account.
Cheaper and it's stupid. Gbogbo tí mo fi sórí ẹ̀mí tiẹ̀ gbogbo kò lọ kò ṣe kíní owó àwọn àrímọ́. Mo ṣàkàn mail wọn.
Báwo ló ṣe?
Àbí amọ̀kàn gbójú. Mo kàn tiẹ̀ ní kí n test run bóyá bíi $5 ni o. Mo dẹ̀ fi sí ọ̀nà ti credit tó wọ̀n. Mo dẹ̀ rí pé 0 ló dẹ̀ tún kù. Mo ní ṣọ́ọ̀tì charge mi.
Ṣé okay. Ó dàgbé wàá kàn dé connect Zoom. Ó ti yẹ lórí phone. Ó wà ń bẹ bóyá ìwọ lò bọ́bí tó wà. Ṣé o ti wo Kini
No, mo padà link mo AWS mi o, but mi o àmọ́ bí wọ́n ti fa ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí mo link ẹ̀ náà lọ fa gbogbo $3.
No. I think you will see the debit details on cheaper cash.
Mi rí.
Ṣé o lè connect Zoom lórí phone ẹ? Kí n wo.
Mi ní Zoom lórí phone mi, but màá screenshot gbogbo ẹ̀, mo lè ṣe
O lè screenshot ẹ kí n rí screenshot gbogbo interface ẹ bó ṣe login. Ìgbà míì kò ní login o, server wọn máa wà down. Anytime you're able to open the app, just screenshot everything to me.
Okay.
What yeah. So I will end the meeting now. Let me stop sharing. So see you tomorrow.
Okay.
We're doing I will see how we can do VPC and subnetting by tomorrow. How to set up your own virtual private cloud. You understand, by tomorrow.
Okay.
And also all those things you are doing. All those database, EC2, IAM, anything you want to create, everything will be inside your virtual private cloud. So it's a must known. You understand? It's a must known. It's a must known. Then after tomorrow, then by next week, Friday, we'll start at our Route 53, how to create a domain name. So then you get, myself, I don't have, the one I have is some other accounts. So I'm going to create, maybe, is this $5 or $6? So I will create for my own end for myself. So you practice it. So you also get some few dollars ready to from your end. So you can also create by next week. So tomorrow we're going to do VPC. We'll study VPC, then we also study subnetting. So for subnetting, we are going to be doing calculation. That's when I told you we'll be doing some indices and all the rest by tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So take care. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
sure.
you can see. Yeah.
Okay.